Hello there, beautiful people. It is Giselle here, and I'm back with an actual hair video because I've been vlogging a lot, but I haven't been talking about hair. So I'm here with a hair video talking to you about how to take care of your hair when it is in protective styles such as braids and twists and things like that, things that use synthetic hair more so. So yeah, let's get to it. So one of the most common protective styles for natural girls is braids and or twists, and those are just using synthetic hair, usually Kankalon or Marley, depending on the look you're going for, to just add on to your hair, give you some length, and of course protect your hair from whatever it is that you're trying to protect it from. For me, it's more so I get tired of my hair, so I want to put it away, and I'm pretty sure that's the reason for most of us doing this. But it's a really common hairstyle for the summertime. The hotter months, you're going to the beach, the pool, getting chlorine, salt water, all this stuff in your hair. You're sweating a lot. You don't want to deal with the natural puff. I understand, I get it. But at the same time, our hair is still under this protective hairstyle. So we still have to care for it in the same manner as if our hair was loose and doing its own thing. Using extensions such as Kankalon hair or Marley hair or a synthetic based hair product will suck the natural oils out of your hair. So what you have to do is restore those natural oils and also maintain your protective hairstyle with the synthetic hair as if it was your own natural hair, because that'll make it last longer. It will also keep your hair nice and healthy underneath, so that when you do take it out, you don't suffer any damage from not moisturizing your hair or letting product buildup get in the way of, you know, flourishing your braids, your length, and obviously your natural hair underneath. Now, although braids and twists are popping in the summertime, you can't leave them in for too long. It's not a good protective style to have back to back. So I suggest having them in for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. If you can stretch it to 2 months, then okay. But you have to be taking care of your hair at the same time. And sometimes, you know, after like a month, they don't look as good anymore. Your hair grows kind of faster for some reason when it's put away. So yeah, a month to a month and a half is a good time frame to keep your protective style in, and then you take it out and then let your hair breathe. Just let your hair breathe. I understand it's a lot of work. I understand you're like ready to get back into another protective style, whether it be a weave or another set of braids, whatever it is, but it's good to give your hair a break or so, maybe like 2 months, 3 months in between protective styles, so then your hair has a chance to kind of recuperate from what it's been through and been put away and kind of, you know, flourish in nature and stuff like that. So you got to give your hair a break and not have these protective styles back to back. It can also cause a lot of breakage in your hair because of the strain that your hair is going to be under. So just give it a break and just wait a little bit. Just wait. If you're putting products such as gel, edge controls, mousse, things like that on your protective style, on your braids, you know, to maintain them, you're going to get product buildup. So what you have to do is you have to wash your hair. Now, I know that's annoying even when our hair's out, but it's even more annoying when the braids are in. Believe me. Since your scalp is exposed more, your scalp is going to get dirtier faster from that product buildup. So you have to wash your hair. I would recommend every 2 weeks, basically the same amount of time you would wash your own hair. If you wash your hair like every other day, I don't recommend washing your braids or your twists every other day because they will not last, but definitely every 2 weeks or so, and mainly focusing on the scalp. I'm the type of person, I don't like just jumping into the shower and drenching my braids because they take so long to dry. And it's really focusing on the scalp because that's where the product buildup is, that's where the dirt is. So what I do is I use a little needle bottle and I put a mixture of water and shampoo, so diluted shampoo, and I lean over the bathtub and I do my thing. I go to work. I will, you know, try my best not to drench myself in water, obviously, but I will pour water down my scalp and then put the mixture in and lather up. And it doesn't lather up as much, but it gets the job done. So that's gonna help maintain the cleanliness of your hair and also, you know, just maintain the healthiness of your hair and not letting that product build up and you can start seeing that white dandruff stuff and things like that. The dirtier your scalp is, the itchier it's gonna be, and the it's not gonna look cute at the end of the day. Another way to make your protective style last and also care for your hair underneath is moisture. You have to moisturize your hair just like you would moisturize it when it was out. Like I said earlier, because your scalp is exposed, it's gonna get drier faster, dirtier faster, all these things because your scalp is exposed and it's not exposed, you know, normally. You're gonna have to moisturize your scalp, I would say every 2 to 3 days with some type of oil, some type of spray bottle. You can use products such as Olive Miracle anti-breakage formula. It's a braid sheen spray. I like it. I like a spray type of thing. I can just spray it on my scalp and then you know, rub it in and it'll be good. And I can also spray it on the braids themselves to kind of make them look shiny and things like that. You can also make your own mixture in a spray bottle, some sort of oil and water formula to moisturize your hair. You can also use, again, a needle bottle with your oil mixture and apply it directly to the roots and then rub it in your head. And you want to do this, I would say, at every 2 to 3 days. And it also depends on your scalp personally, because some people's scalp are drier than others. And you know, when your head starts itching a lot, this can be the main reason, because it's dry and it doesn't have moisture and it's just exposed to all the natural elements, so you have to keep it moisturized. Edges are the most important thing a girl can have, and a guy. You have to take care of your edges. So when your hair is in these protective styles, if you choose to have your edges out, which I recommend, I don't recommend pulling your edges back so tightly because they can break and that's going to be tragic. So if you leave your edges out, it's important to, you know, take care of them, because it's really the only loose hair you have out during this protective style. And if you are like all the natural girls in the world, you like to have sleek, laid down edges that are slayed to the gods. And that's not a problem, but consistently kind of manipulating your edges every day could cause breakage. It could cause problems. It could also cause skin irritation if you have sensitive skin in that area, if you're constantly every day applying product, which is product buildup, but also brushing it down and things like that. So that can cause a little trouble in your edges, so you want to make sure you keep them strong. So I recommend a sort of strengthening treatment, and this one is from Cantu Shea Butter, and it is called Grow Strong Strengthening Treatment, and it strengthens fragile strands and protects from heat damage. So this is good for putting on your edges. It's a good daily treatment. You can just apply a little bit and then continue on your way. You can also apply it before you put on your edge control or your gel or whatever it is that you use to lay your edges down. And with your edges, if you're applying edge control and any sort of product to lay them down, it's good to kind of limit the styling on that. So if you lay them down in the morning, you know, if you're not going anywhere, if you're not going out, keep the scarf on. Keep the scarf on until you go out. So then that way they don't get messed up, and then they're just ready to go when you're ready to go. So keep the scarf down, keep them protected until you're ready to go, and then also overnight when you're sleeping, so then that way you may not have to do too much in the morning and keep manipulating them. Now, of course, when our hair is out, we care about how we sleep. We try to sleep pretty, or do the pineapple or satin pillowcase, scarf, whatever the case is when our natural hair is out. Well, the same could be applied to these protective styles. You have to remember your hair's under there, and also you want to maintain, you know, how good your hair looks, because if not, then it's like, what's the point? I just spent 8 hours in a chair for it to be bad in a week. So sleep care is important just as it is if your natural hair was out. So I suggest, you know, like I said before, with your edges, lay them down to sleep. So when you go to sleep, you're not rubbing your edges any sort of way. Also, a satin pillowcase is honestly like your best friend. You can just go to sleep, lay down, and be done for the day. If you don't have a satin pillowcase, then just, you know, use your silk scarf and cover your braids. Recommend the top of the head, because you know that is where your hair is going to start growing out, and so that's what's gonna, you know, get a little messed up quicker than the rest of your hair, than the ends of your hair. So if you don't have a satin pillowcase, use a satin scarf, silk scarf, whatever the case is, and go to sleep. So I think I covered everything that I have to say about protecting your hair when it's in a protective style. Like I said, it's really important to protect your hair protect your hair from the elements, obviously in protective styles, when you're kind of doing extraneous activities such as swimming, such as sweating profusely. Protective styles are really good at protecting your hair from those certain things, but at the same time, we can't forget that our hair's under here and we have to take care of this. Is our hair just as the hair that grows out of our scalp. I hope this video helped. I hope I said everything that I had to say. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Did I say everything that I had to say though? I hope so. Should have did this one a long time ago, but I don't got time. Actually, look at the burnt orange. Burnt orange.